going to be about pre-workout fueling, what you should eat or supplements you might want to take before you exercise for best exercise performance, and so you feel energized enough and you have a good workout. And then now that you're all done exercising, what are the best things to eat when you go home now and to replenish your energy stores and support your muscles. So it's a question that I get very often is, what should I eat before I work out? And there's a lot of different answers to that. So the good thing with nutrition is there's always another option. It's not just one food that you have to have or one supplement. I have clients who work out early in the morning and they're not really in the mood to eat a huge meal, and I wouldn't recommend them eating a huge meal before, and others that work out in the evenings and don't know how to time their dinners or their snacks around working out. So the simple answer is really based on what time you're exercising and how many hours to eat before, or how long before, and what foods will give you enough energy without causing GI distress. Because I think we've probably all been there before, where we ate either too soon before our workout, or we ate something that just didn't agree with us, and then not only did we not have as good of a workout, but stomach and just GI issues. So those are the goals with fueling before exercise. What can I eat to get me the best workout that won't bother my stomach? So things that I often recommend are easily digestible carbohydrates. So carbs are your friend before you work out, because there are quick digestible energy source, things like fruit, a little bit of, whether it's toast or something that has just a little bit of easily digestible carbs. So fruits are usually the easiest thing, the easy go-to. The glucose, the sugar source, is really easily broken down and quickly absorbed into the bloodstream, which is your energy source. Now, how soon before you work out? It takes about half an hour to an hour for those sugars to get into your intestines. So the sugar is absorbed from your intestines, not from your stomach. So the first half an hour of your workout might be fueled by energy that's stored in your muscles and in your liver. It's called glycogen. I always like to explain a little bit behind why I make these recommendations. So if you eat, let's say, half an hour to an hour before you work out, that second half of your hour-long workout will be fueled by the food that you just ate. So a clementine, half a banana, even half an apple or a small apple are all pretty good energy sources that will be enough to fuel you through that hour-long workout and not cramp up your stomach too bad. So everyone is a little bit different. I would recommend trying these things out and see what makes you feel best too. The fruits, like I said, are the easiest go-to. They're great. They're in season right now too. There's always a different variety of things you can do. Fruit smoothies are always a good one too. If you don't feel like eating the apple or eating the banana, whipping up a little smoothie with some berries, and you can add a little bit of milk or almond milk in there too if you want for some flavor and a little bit of protein. Those are the easiest food sources to go to. As far as supplements, I get a lot of questions with, well, should I do pre-workout supplements? What should I take? And if you're not too familiar with them, they can seem quite overwhelming, whether it's here or if you go into different supplement stores. And there is a lot of research behind using pre-workout supplements specifically for their caffeine. So there's a lot of different supplements that I can't even tell you what's in some of them, but what's supported by research is the caffeine use. So the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics and the American College of Sports Nutrition have published a lot of studies on how caffeine can actually enhance athletic performance. So for somebody who's working out for an hour or running, whether it's a half marathon or a 5K or just running for fun, if you want to fuel with the fruit or with some other carb source, that's one option. But if you want to actually use a little bit of a caffeine boost, the research says that that can help actually, and it's as long as you use it appropriately and you're still nourishing your body with the right types of foods, there isn't really a reason against it unless you're sensitive to caffeine. So things like Spark or some of the other pre-workouts that a lot of people use, the caffeine is really what's helping you work out. There's also things like amino acids and some B vitamins in there, B6 and B12. They really help support energy synthesis, but it's really the caffeine that's getting you through the workout. So I tell people if they're interested in trying it, it's up to you. Just use it smartly. Go with the serving size. Take it about half an hour, 20 minutes before you work out and see how you feel. I have some people that swear by it. I'll see diet clients and they'll tell me, change my diet, tell me I can, what to eat, but don't take away my pre-workout. And then I have others who say, I want to know what to eat or drink before I exercise, but I want it to be food or some type of a smoothie or some type of a beverage that I can make at home, but not a supplement. And you can do it both ways. And I have people who do both. So there's research that supports doing both carbohydrates you are starting a supplement, just like with anything you put in your body, you want to know what it is. Look at the label, make sure you know that all of the ingredients are disclosed, that if it's caffeine, if it's vitamins, if it's amino acids, sometimes there's some other minerals thrown in there as well. Just avoid things that might not disclose what's in their ingredients, so proprietary blends and things like that, that you're not really sure what it is. But that goes for anything, not just for nutritional supplements. Anything you're going to eat or put in your body, you want to know what it is. That's just common sense, just being smart about it. So if you're on the side of I want to eat something food, or if I want to eat something that's more of a caffeine or stimulant before workout, you could do both. If you have questions about them, let me know, let us know, and we can give you some recommendations. But fueling before exercise is vital for a good workout. Now what to do after? All of you guys just finished a workout, so you're probably already feeling hungry. After the workout, you have 3 goals: to replenish your electrolytes. You all just sweated a lot, I can tell. To replenish your energy stores, your glycogen, that glucose that's now that is in your liver and your intestine, and your liver and your muscles that you want to replenish, that you guys all just pretty much depleted in that hour-long class. And then to support your muscles. So there's people who really want to gain muscle mass and get bigger muscles, so you're going to need a lot more of those foods and that protein and carbohydrate after. And other people that maybe your goal is weight loss, but you want to maintain your muscle mass. You don't want to lose your muscle mass. Because as you lose weight, you're losing both muscle and fat mass if you don't replenish your muscle stores. And then when you gain weight later on, again, if you gain weight, if you kind of come off the diet and you fall off the exercise bandwagon a little bit, you will only gain fat mass. So it's really, really, really important if you're trying to lose weight that you maintain and support your muscle mass. And that is through both protein and carbohydrates after your workout. So now all of you guys just did a really high intensity workout. I would recommend within the next 30 to 60 minutes having something that contains protein, so whether that's some type of a meat, some type of dairy, yogurt, whey protein even. So the supplement side of it, whey protein in a blender with some fruit is a great post-workout snack. It sounds so cliche, whey protein after exercise, but there's a reason. You have 20 to 30 grams of protein, throw in a banana and some berries, and you have 30 to 40 grams of carbohydrates. So again, you're replenishing those carbohydrate stores, you're supporting your muscle growth and muscle repair, because your muscle fibers, they tear during exercise. We want that, that's how they grow, but you want to repair those. And then electrolytes as well, so potassium and things like that are in the banana and other fruits. You want to be able to provide your body with all 3. So that's one option. Another is even just going home and having some chicken and some vegetables and some fruit. You're going to get carbohydrates and protein from there as well. Now we're not ignoring fat, but we're going to get fat throughout the entire day. Post-workout, it's specifically important to have protein and carbs. So again, whether you go the supplement route, whether you go the food route, yogurt, I'm a huge yogurt fan. So anybody that knows me knows that I eat yogurt all the time. Throwing some berries into a Greek yogurt, you can even put a little bit of honey in there, because honey is going to be your carbohydrate source. So that's an excellent post-workout snack. You're not going to gain weight. Right now you're in that, you need to take advantage of this window. Your metabolism is higher and you need to really repair your muscles. So those are all some simple, it doesn't take much effort to put these things together. I do tell clients that you want to plan what you're going to eat after before you work out. Because right now if you're hungry, and you're listening to me talking, you're probably really getting where you want to eat something. If you go home and just open the cabinets and open the fridge and say, well, what am I going to eat? You're probably not going to make the best post-workout choices. You might not even have those things at home, and just forget it. I'll just put together whatever. So think about that before you exercise. What am I going to eat afterwards? And have those foods ready. So whether that's just throwing some chicken and veggies in the microwave, or putting a yogurt and some fruit into the blender with a little bit of whey protein, and within 5 minutes you've got your post-workout snack. I want to know what questions you guys have. Do you have any suggestions? Do you have things that you like to eat after, like to eat before? Anybody planning to go home and eat now? Yeah? Okay. All right. Well, think of some of these things before you work out next time. What am I going to have before? If you all felt great during this workout, maybe you all feel really well before. If any of you guys kind of hit a wall or kind of dragging, it might be related to what you ate. It might not just be the workout's fault. It could be that maybe you didn't feel that well beforehand. And then with after, see how you feel afterwards too. Make sure that you have something within those 30 to 60 minutes. Some people aren't that hungry afterwards, so what I say is have something small. Have something, like a small yogurt, a little bit of a smoothie with some protein in it, and have your bigger meal in an hour or 2. that's fine too. You don't have to have, research used to, we used to think that it was 30 to 60 minutes to have a massive meal to support muscle growth and muscle repair. But research more recently has actually debunked that and said that you actually have a much larger post-workout window. So, whether you're following a fasting diet, which some people are, or just don't feel like eating right away, that's okay too. But just make sure that you plan something good. So if you're going to eat in a couple of hours, that big window you're going to have is nutritious and is following those goals that you want to replenish your muscles, replenish energy stores, and refuel so you feel good the rest of the day.
Kelly, why is it so important to hit the that first initial 60-minute window, the initial snack or the initial recovery?
Well, for right away, it's if you want to have a small snack right away, it's so that you can get the glycogen and the protein. They're both really important into your muscles, so you prevent that muscle breakdown. Number one thing, like I said, for those of you, whether your goal is to bulk up, gain a lot of muscle mass, or just to maintain and lose body fat. I think those are two big groups of exercisers here. And for both of them, you want to make sure that you're not losing muscle mass. So that's number one. And then two, you're probably not all going to go home and just sleep the rest of the day. So you need energy to just function the rest of the day too. So that glycogen that I mentioned that's stored in your liver and your muscles, you got to replenish some of that as well. So a small snack is okay too. You guys are going to go home and just pull a bit of fruit and yogurt in the blender, that's fine. But having that within the 30 to 60 minutes and then something bigger later, though, it's kind of the optimal way to lay out the day after your exercise.
What about the amino acids? Is that post or pre?
So actually, amino acids can be consumed pre, during, and post. Okay. So the amino acid drinks they mostly contain what are called our essential amino acids, so what your body can't make on its own. So those are they're the building blocks of protein, and protein is what builds your muscles. So those actually, before and during, if you have them, can help fuel not through energy, but through prevention of muscle breakdown during exercise. And then when you drink amino acids afterwards, similar to eating a piece of chicken or having some yogurt, which are complete proteins, which contain all of these amino acids, it helps replenish afterwards. So if you don't feel like having a big snack after an amino acid drink would be great, like we call them the BCAAs, the branched chain amino acids. But you can also benefit from having them before and during as well. So it's kind of up to you. There's so many different ways to do it, which is, again, one thing I love about nutrition is if you don't like those, then I can tell you what foods will have those in them. Or if you want something that's easier, like you can just put in a shaker bottle. I can make some recommendations on that too. If you don't like yogurt, or if you're vegetarian, or all these different things, there's always foods, no matter what your dietary habits are, or preferences, I should say. But that's a great question, because a lot of people ask, do amino acids leave me energy, or can I get them in my food? So, but it's the actual BCAA drinks you could do before, during, and after for the same reason.
Multivitamins?
Multivitamins, if you should take them, if you shouldn't. So what I tell people is, if you're hitting all your food groups, your meats, your veggies, your fruits, your dairy products, all of your food groups, you should have enough in a well-balanced diet that you probably don't need a multivitamin. If you're not that consistent with intake of 3 fruits and veggies every day, enough of your protein sources, and especially with women, especially with dairy products, then it wouldn't hurt to take a multivitamin. Whatever your body doesn't use, whatever it's not going to absorb, it's going to excrete through your urine. So it's something where if you're not sure, or if you've been kind of on a kick of a certain diet and you're not really doing too much of a certain food group, first recommendation would be to eat more from that food group. But if it's whether it's an allergy or you just don't like it, then that's when I typically tell my clients to take a multivitamin. And like I said, with the calcium, if you're not having at least 4 servings of high calcium foods a day, especially for women, just because we're at high risk for bone loss and then osteoporosis, that's when a calcium supplement or a multivitamin with enough calcium in it is good too. But for anyone, guys or girls, it's definitely important to look at your diet and make sure you have everything there. And if you don't, then get it back up and take a daily multivitamin. Other questions?
Are nuts like almonds, are those a good pre-workout snack?
So having, yes and no. I'll tell you why no. Because they're nuts, specifically, let's say almonds or peanuts or walnuts, they contain fat, protein, and a little bit of carbohydrates, but they're highest in fat, and fat takes the most effort for your body to digest. And before you work out, you don't want, again, that stomach cramping. Right. It takes your gallbladder has to secrete a certain enzyme, and then your pancreas has to secrete certain enzymes. So all of this extra work on your GI tract can cause actually more GI distress. So let's say you have it an hour or two before, and maybe a small portion, like not a whole 30 almonds or so, or whatever, about a quarter of a cup, but maybe 10 almonds along with some fruit, then that could be good. But because there's so much more fat than carbohydrates or protein, you're not really going to fuel your body with much energy. You're working more on digesting it. But that's a great question because they're such a good snack, and I always recommend, have almonds, have walnuts, have some type of nuts for their healthy fats and a lot of the micronutrients that they have, but they're not going to fuel you too much with, because they're so low in carbohydrates, so you have too much energy. Other questions? Well, if you don't have any now, let me know. I'm around, and again, we want to make sure that you get the most out of your workouts when you're here. So making sure you feel like you have enough energy during, and then go home and eat something healthy, like they always say. Make this workout count, and let us know. Let us know next time if we can help you out with any questions. Okay.